Hello everyone. This video is in continuation of the previous part, chemical properties of metals. We have already done three properties of metals. Metals reacting with oxygen and they form salt and hydrogen gas is released. There were some exceptions of the metals like gold, platinum. They do not react with metals. Second property, they do not react with acids, and second property was the reaction of metals with oxygen forming oxides, and oxides are basic in nature. Third property, metals react with water and they form different metals react with different forms of water, like they react with cold water and hot water forming hydroxides, and when they react with steam they form their oxides. There are some metals which do not react with water, and those metals are silver, copper, lead, gold, silver and platinum. Now we will see the next property, a chemical property, that is reaction of a more reactive metal with less reactive, with the salt solution of less reactive metal. So if we take one metal A and salt solution of metal B, it will form salt solution of metal A and metal B is displaced. In this reaction to occur, this metal A should be more reactive and metal B should be less reactive than metal A. Then only reaction will occur. If we take a less reactive metal here and salt solution of a more reactive metal, then there will be no chemical reaction. For example, when iron nails, these are nails of iron, they are placed in copper sulfate solution, which is blue in color. After some time, within 10-15 minutes, you will observe that iron will displace copper and will form iron sulfate and copper. Color of solution changes from blue to green and brown copper is formed. What is the color of iron nails initially? They are grey in color. So what is your observation? Observation is blue copper sulfate solution changes to green iron sulfate or ferrous sulfate, and brown copper deposits on the iron nails. This is the observation. And in this reaction, iron is more reactive than copper. That is why it displaces copper from its position, and this reaction is called displacement reaction. So if we take any more reactive metal here and less reactive metal here, that will cause displacement of the metal. Now another example, another property, that metals form metal oxides. There are some metal oxides which show amphoteric nature. So, and they are called amphoteric oxide. Number 5. Amphoteric oxide. What are these amphoteric oxides? We know that when metal reacts with oxygen, they form metal oxides, and metal oxides are basic in nature. There are some metal oxides which react with acid as well as base and form salt, right? So in those oxides are called amphoteric oxides, and their examples are aluminium oxide and zinc oxide. That means aluminium oxide and zinc oxide, they both react with acid solution as well as base, and they form salt and water. So we'll see one by one. ZNO, zinc oxide, reacts with HCl, forms zinc chloride plus water. It is 2HCl here. Zinc oxide reacts with base. NaOH is a base, HCl is a acid. It will form a salt Na2ZnO2 plus water. The salt is called sodium zincate. Aluminium oxide reacts with HCl and forms salt aluminium metal chloride acid है. It will form AlCl3 aluminium chloride plus water. Balance this equation. We have 3 fluorine atoms. Convert them into even. 2 3 ja 6. 6 chlorine atoms. 6 hydrogen. So 3 2 ja 6. 6 hydrogen. 2 aluminium. 2 aluminium. This is aluminium chloride. Aluminium oxide also reacts with NaOH base and forms sodium aluminate plus H2O. This compound is called, or this salt is called sodium aluminate. Balancing के लिए we need to put 2 here. Fine. So these are the 2 most important examples in the syllabus of class 10 for amphoteric oxides, and it is a very important short note for your board exams. Another property of metal oxides is they form alkali. They form alkalis. What are alkalis? These are the aqueous solutions of metal oxides, or we can say they form hydroxides of bases. Aqueous solutions of bases. So here we have 2 metals like sodium oxide and potassium oxide. These 2 oxides, when dissolved in water, generally metal oxides are insoluble in water, but there are some metal oxides like sodium and potassium oxides which are soluble in water and they form their aqueous solutions. 2 NaOH and this is potassium hydroxide aqueous solution 2. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, both are strong bases, and when they form aqueous solution, they are called alkalis. So these 2 solutions of bases are called alkalis. Next property. Now, whatever number you can check, nature of metals. We'll take here. Nature of metals. Metals are electropositive. What do you mean by electropositivity or electropositive nature of metals? Metals have 1, 2 or 3 electrons in the outermost shells of their atoms. Different metals I am talking about. Different metals have 1 or 2 or 3 electrons in the outermost shells of their atoms, and they can lose those electrons with little use of energy. So when they lose electrons, they acquire positive charge and they form cations. This nature of metals is called electropositive nature. So what is this? Metals lose electrons and acquire positive charge. That means metals form cations. For example, M is a metal. M has 1 atom of a metal. It has lost 1 electron. It will acquire 1 positive charge, and this is called cation, and this is metal atom. For example, sodium atomic number 11, A281. It has 1 electron in the outermost shell, and this electron can be transferred to the atom of non-metal or can be lost. So sodium, when gives 1 electrons, it acquires 1 positive charge, 10 and 2 8. This is more stable condition because it has 2 completely filled shells. Another example, magnesium 12, 2 8 2, and it has 2 electrons in the outermost shell, so it can lose 2 electrons, acquires 2 positive charges, 10 and 2, 8. This is again 2 completely filled shells and more stable condition. Number of charges lost is equal to the number of charges acquired. For example, 1 electron lost, 1 charge acquired. 2 electrons lost, 2 charges acquired. And here we can see one more example of 3 electrons also. Aluminium 13, 283. Aluminium can lose 3 electrons, acquires 3 positive charges, 10, 2, 8. So it is again last shell is incompletely filled, and here it is 2 shells completely filled, and number of electrons lost 3 and number of charges acquired 3, that is equal. So this is the nature of metals and how do they form ions, and these ions are called cations. Fine. One more point we have to discuss about the metals in acid. That was the first property. In first property we have seen metals react with acid and form. First property I am again talking about metal plus acid forms salt plus hydrogen gas. And I told you that gold and platinum, these two metals do not react with acids. But when we prepare a mixture of 2 concentrated acids, hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, in the ratio of 3:1, they form royal water, and that royal water reacts with silver and gold. Gold and platinum do not react with individual acids. But when they react with royal water, when they are put in royal water, what is royal water? Concentrated HCl and concentrated HNO3 mixture prepared in the ratio of 3:1. This water, this mixture is called royal water. If you put gold or platinum in royal water, they will dissolve in it. That means there will be reaction. Otherwise, these metals do not react with individual acids. Okay? This is all about chemical properties of metals. They are actually which are there in your syllabus of class 10th. Right? Learn them properly from both the parts and keep watching, keep learning. In next video, I will discuss physical properties of metals and non-metals. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.